Hello YouTube world, thanks for checking in the Khaliis Take. If this is your first time to the channel, please like, subscribe, also leave any comments. Also the notification bell so you get the newest content first. Check out my other videos too and leave any comments on those. On today's take, or the take of the day, I want to talk about how LeBron will come back and dominate. When I say that, I think LeBron is going to come back and be the same animal he was before he got injured. And in me saying that, I want to be clear about something. I'm not exactly sure with him coming back to dominate at his high level, they still could win the championship if Anthony Davis is not playing at a high level as well. And I'm not saying that Anthony Davis is not going to pick up. I'm not saying Anthony Davis is not going to pick his game up, because he definitely can. I'm just saying I feel like, before Anthony Davis got hurt this season, he wasn't playing as good as he was last year. And so far, since he's come back, he's shown signs of, his old self or how good he can be, but it just doesn't look good enough. And if he plays the way he's playing now, it could be trouble for the Lakers in a sense of when it comes to the playoffs and who they'll have to play the first round, second round. It's going to be tough. You're going to have to go through Phoenix. They're a tough team. You're going to have to go through Utah, and then possibly even the Clippers. You're going to have to go through some teams that's going to give you some challenges. And even if I think they played the Denver Nuggets, I think that would be a tough matchup for them, even though the Nuggets don't have Jamal Murray. But I feel like Jokic is always going to be a matchup nightmare for somebody like Anthony Davis. And even if they don't put Anthony Davis on a Jokic or something like that, Jokic will definitely probably kill Andre Drummond. Just saying. Andre Drummond just doesn't have a chance. Not in my opinion anyway. But my point is, it doesn't matter how great LeBron comes back. It only matters how great the team is playing as a whole. And, if LeBron comes back 90% instead of 100, that's good enough for them to win a championship. If Anthony Davis is playing at his peak, capacity. And if that's not the case, then it doesn't really matter. And I just, looking at Anthony Davis this whole year, I understand he came back from the injury. So I got to see some more games from him to see how he starts playing in the playoffs. I do believe he will pick it up. I'm just not sure if he will. We have to see it to believe it first. But just the way Anthony Davis has approached this year so far, I just didn't see, I don't see dominance. And when you don't see dominance from a player of his caliber, you start to get weary about the Lakers' chances of repeating, because everybody knows it's hard to repeat as champions. It is hard to do that. If it's easy, then a whole lot of teams would do it. But the reason why it's so hard to repeat as champions is because you have to really come back and play at the same level or a little bit higher than what you did last year, because the competition is harder and everybody's coming at your throat. And when I think about that in its entirety, I just say, it doesn't matter how great LeBron is, he still needs help. And if Anthony Davis doesn't play remotely close to what he did last year and the way he did last year in the bubble, it's really not going to make much difference. And then on top of that, you got to look at LeBron. How much can you ask of him all the time, all these years? As great as a player as he is, but he shouldn't have to always, be the focal point and take the load off everybody. This team should be where they need to be with him there and play with more effort and energy a lot of these games while he's not there. And, it's just like these last several games, they've been playing pretty cohesive. I'm not saying they've been playing bad. They've been playing pretty good, But like I said, unless Anthony Davis is 100%, it doesn't matter what LeBron does. I know LeBron will come back and dominate and be himself, but he needs help just like any other superstar. Now, the other topic I want to talk about too was Montrezl Harrell. And I'm not really sure how good Montrezl Harrell fits with the Lakers. And I'm wondering, does Montrezl Harrell really fit with them at all? He's a body. He definitely can get you 16 and maybe 8 a game, I think. He's definitely a really good sixth man, and I think he thrives in that role. But how much will he help them when they play teams like the Nuggets? When they play teams like Utah, how much will he help them then? Because, Rudy Gobert is like 4 or 5 inches taller than him. He's not going to do anything, Rudy Gobert, because he's undersized. What's he going to do with Jokic? He's going to do the same thing he did last year against Jokic. And that's fold pretty much because he couldn't guard Jokic. A lot of people talk about last year how the Clippers imploded, but how they imploded so bad was Mike Malone, the coach for the Denver Nuggets, just made a huge adjustment that Doc Rivers didn't. He thought about it. Hell, I got Nikola Jokic. Montrezl Harrell can't guard Nikola Jokic. Let me run the offense through him predominantly and let Jamal Murray run around the wing and do what he does best. And that's the same thing that can happen this year. You can find yourself in a matchup where Montrezl Harrell is not even a factor because he's undersized and he doesn't play defense really well. So it's like, really, he's one of those players that are not only expendable, but he's one of those players that the Lakers really kind of look at and say, we can use him. He definitely is a part of our rotation, but how much can we really use him against certain matchups where he really isn't going to be a factor? And like if they play the Clippers, what is he going to do with Serge Ibaka? He can't do anything with Serge. If Serge is healthy, if Serge can step out and shoot threes, 18-footer, get in the paint, get rebounds, block shots. And now, if you look at them, if Boogie Cousins stay healthy, now they got DeMarcus Cousins in there who can get extra rebounds and who can step out and knock down threes. So that's going to make Montrezl Harrell not even a factor, depending on what matchups they have in the playoffs going forward. So it's like, I'm wondering, is Montrezl Harrell really a good fit, or is he just a good piece pickup that they, needed, or for the moment, or, just somebody extra to have just in case somebody goes down or something of that nature? Because really, it just comes down to, when I look at Montrez, I just find him to be really, an energy guy who's good at what he does as far as bringing energy. But sometimes energy is not all what it takes. Sometimes it takes you actually having height, skill, defensive skills. And everybody know in the playoffs, defensive skills matter the most. If you can make the best defensive plays when you need to, you're probably going to win a 7-game series, because that's the difference between you winning a game or two and the other team winning a game or two. So that's my point. Just not really sold on Montrez, but like I said, he might pay dividends for him. Not saying he's not, but we'll have to see. But that's just my take on the situations, and that's just my take on how the whole thing goes. But let me know your take. Leave any comments in the comment section. If you haven't, please like, subscribe, come back and see us every day. And next time.
Reshoot that.